Blessed afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Brewing Live All New Season, episode number 564 for mental preparedness in the new landscape of living amidst challenges of our present time. And Brewing Live is a community service of the CACC Republic, the home of certified CACC life coaches from Life Coach Philippines and our coaching hub. We are now brewing Wellness Connection, and we are now doing Radical Healing series for the month of January. And today's live streaming is dubbed as Relationship Leadership. This live streaming is in partnership with Life Coach Philippines, and our heart here as game changers is to brew mental fitness in your space by helping you nurture holistic mental health for you and the people that matters to you. Giving a shout out to all of our coaching community and our fellow kindred coaches who are serving in this corner of the digital space, and also advancing life coaching ethically and authentically. Giving is a lifestyle that never goes out of style. Once as you continue to see the value of what we are doing here every single day as we serve you at 12 o'clock here at the Cup Republic, I would truly appreciate if you can send us a stars when you are appreciating all of the topics that we are sharing to you every single day. If you want to be able to send some love gifts as well for the people who's working hard to generating the contents that they have, being creative and sharing their learning, sharing their wisdom, sharing their knowledge with you so that you can be equipped for the future. We're still in the pandemic stages. Not yet in the 5 years. We still have a few more years ongoing, and it's good that we're constantly equipping ourselves to be prepared for what is about to come. And being prepared means that we're investing on the necessary knowledge and skills that we can develop for us to be ready. To be ready for what is about to come. So fund transfer is information is in the comment or in the description below. And we also have GCash in there if you want to be able to utilize and send us some love gift in there. For the Copy Republic experience, of course, you can visit our coaching hub, the Cup Republic inside Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets in Capitolio, Pasig City. We are open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We also exist to help clients experience healing and breakthrough by providing a safe space for inspiration to begin with a cup of coffee and transformation to happen through the platform of life coaching. We are more than a traditional cafe that serves your favorite classic comfort food like we have sausage platters, we have waffles, bagels, cakes, milkshake, and coffee-based drinks. And we also help individuals to make a therapeutic lifestyle change with our line of plant-based meals, natural fruit juices, keto products, sugar replacements, syrups, and insulin organic wine and tea. By the way, for those of you who want to transition, if you are someone who might have been eating meat, pork, beef, fish, and you want to slowly transition or at least put in or consume plant-based meals, which is good, by the way, for your physical and also mental health, you can start ordering food in there. I tell you, there are some food in there that you feel the texture is like meat, but it's a plant-based. Those are the meals that I'm ordering right there and that we're cooking here at home. So if that is something that you want to take advantage of, it's available in there at Teacup Coffee Republic. And Teacup Coffee Republic is also an exclusive distributor of David's Faith Insulin Wine and Tea in the areas of Parañaque and Mandaluyong. We continuously fight for our hashtag Save One campaign against diabetes. This is ongoing, and I invite you to join us as a reseller and brand ambassador to help raise awareness of the sugar regulator products to help fight the debilitating symptoms and effects of diabetes. Please check our FB page for our menu of sumptuous meals and refreshing drinks, or connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to partner with the Cup Republic in advancing health and wellness in your space. Maraming salamat for joining us, Ice. Archibald, thank you for joining. If you have just joined us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Of course, Coach Tien is also helping us here or watching with us. Thank you for being here. You may circulate this video, share this link to other people who are in need, especially during this season. We're still January. We're in the month of January. It's January 15. And for most often than not, what happens, right, is we have our goals, we set our goals, and we're trying to understand, okay, how are we going to navigate to 2023 to ensure that we are able to fulfill whatever goals that we have, especially in our relationship, right? You may also tag your friends and comment them right in the comment below. Give them some encouragement, some motivation, and best just acknowledge them. Just say, hey, I see you, have a conversation with us here, and really just start enjoying the moment and start appreciating what we have, start appreciating what we currently are, what there are things we have currently, and really focusing our attention on living the life that we deserve, living the life that we want, and living the life that we truly want to have an appreciative and gratitude, a space of gratitude. As for me, giving a shout out to all of our fellow mental model collectors inside B Learning Society by Master Coach A. If you are someone or a person who desires to experience transformations in the area of your health, wealth, and relationship, and I think every one of us wants to have that shift, I invite you to join us inside the B Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors with full access to the mental model masterclass of Master Coach A happening every single month. Now, the Be Learning Society, this is a project, uh, this is a monthly project where you are going to learn mental models. And mental models are concepts, or these are frameworks. Think of it as your guide, or the process that you use to make decisions or to make sense of things. If you are someone who's currently going through a situation where you're trying to solve a problem, and you wanted to understand, okay, how do I see this problem currently? How do I navigate through this problem? What are the things that I need to consider? What are the things that I need to figure out? That is a mental model. When you learn mental models, every single time you learn mental models and you practice this, you are able to quickly decide and intelligently decide on the best path for you to get a positive result. And if that is something that would allow you to think better, feel better, and also respond better. And maybe you're working on that for the longest time, and you feel that, hey, I've invested in online courses, I bought books, I got all of these different things, I have a mentor, but there seems to be some gap in there where I cannot fill. I'm not sure what's going on, and I want to be able to build that gap. Learning mental models would be able to help you out, equip yourself to find the right tools, the right techniques, and also the right models for you, or principles. I call it principles, to implement in your day-to-day life. You know how taxing and how stressful the environment is right now, especially during this time where the pandemic still continuing. A lot of you might be working from home. A lot of you might be going back to the workplace, and it's a stressful time right now. And that learning mental model will allow you to reduce the stressors in your space. And if you want to learn more in there, if you take advantage of this every single month, you get a 90-minute free coaching session. You also get a discount at Decaf Copy Republic. And you also have that opportunity to really have that learning experience and get yourself equipped and, of course, prepared for the future. For more information and registration assistance, just connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661. We are diving now in today's conversation from as we talk about 6 reasons why marriage end in conflict. Now, if you want to have a deeper understanding to ensure that you don't go into a spiral in which you end in conflict, you're having that really deeply rooted conversation and understanding of where the conflict is coming from, and how you as a couple can start resolving this conflict, in a way that would really allow you to have a thriving relationship, then this is the space for you. Please tag your friends, forward this video link, and invite them to join us in the conversation for radical healing. As for me, if this is the first time you're joining me, I am Life Coach Shaun. I am the man from Passing City. I am a relationship leadership coach, and one of the things that I do is I help individuals and I help married women out there to really start understanding and defining and taking the lead what kind of the relationship that they want to build for themselves and also for their marriage. If you are someone who's going through that tough time right now and trying to figure out, okay, I went through a season of infidelity and cheating, and I'm not sure what to do next. I feel that, the relationship that I have right now, or the past experiences that I have, I feel that there's a threat in there. I have this fear, I have this low self-esteem currently, but I want to be able to be in a space in which I'm ready for that kind of relationship. I'm ready to restart again that relationship. Then this is the conversation for you. I will teach you in here how you can start making an assessment of where you're at right now. What are the things that you're considering right now, and what are the things that you need to be mindful of as far as conflict is concerned? I've been in the coaching profession for 4 years now, about to turn 5 years this year. And one of the things that I've learned, as you define and refine the languages that you use and the definition of that language, you are more able to bridge the gap in conflict. Most of the conflicts that's happening in this world right now is caused by communication. And communication, I'm not talking about just you having a personal conversation with the other person, but also defining and being clear for yourself that, hey, when I said this is my definition, and I want to understand how you're defining it as well. That one would bridge the gap in your conflict, and the more that you're able to practice that, of course, it takes time. It's not easy. That's the reason why we're encouraging for you to have a coach to understand your blind spot, so that you can decide better and take better as well. I've been married for 20 years now, and we have 2 kids. And one of the things that I've learned as well, for you to be able to equip your children to become better stewards of their life, you also need to go through the process of coaching to understand, what behaviors, what mindsets, what beliefs you have that is hindering your children to become more or better than who you were, who you are today. That is something that's so powerful. When you equip yourself, I tell you, it will truly pave the way to make that change for your children. Now, if you're watching this on a replay in the future, just comment in their #replay, and please do share this video. Let's bless more people in this space. If you are able to connect with any of the points that I'm sharing with you, and if you want to have further conversation with that topic, let's have a conversation. Let me help you out. You can book a strategy session with me. It's a complimentary session. Don't have to pay for it, and we'll see how I can help you. And if you need a coaching program to be created, then we can create that for you. Okay? You may also find the YouTube link where you can watch the replay of all of the videos we have here for Brewing Live. And please do follow and subscribe to the channel. You're blessing us when you're following and subscribing to the channel, by the way, here at TCAP and also in a YouTube page. You are helping us reach more people, because when we reach more people, the more that we're able to help, married couples, the more that we're able to help individuals to really equip themselves to be better stewards in this world. So please, please, please click in there the share, the like, and the follow button. You are truly, that small little action that you're doing will really change a lot of things as we progress in what we're doing. All right. So 6 reasons why marriage and conflict. Thank you, Coach Nord. So, oh wow, you're there in Baguio already. Good, 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 good. You're safe. Hello, Master Coach Jasmine. Now, every one of us deals with conflict. I'm not exempted. Everyone goes through a season or a state, or even today, you still have the experience of conflict. Now, based on definition, conflict is a state. It's a state of disagreement and opposition between two or more individuals or group. So it is a state. You're not always gonna be in that state. You might change. Tomorrow conflict may not be there anymore. Conflict might be there. So it's not in a on mode. It's not always on. There will be some times where you are in conflict. There is times where you are at peace. But conflict, this is something that is, imminent. It will happen, especially if you are in a relationship, if you are having conversation with someone, there will be conflict. Now, conflict can be different. It can be different. Can be a verbal conflict, it can be a physical conflict, and it also can be a competitive conflict. When I say competitive conflict, I'm talking about conflict in competition for resources. There are situations that a conflict in your relationship might be due to resource requirements. For example, your partner might be constantly demanding your attention. So if in the relationship your partner is constantly demanding an attention, it means that you will eventually feel exhausted because you are constantly trying to please that relationship. You're constantly trying to put your energy in. Of course, you have other priorities, you have other things that you need to focus your attention on, but the constant need or demand of your attention can drain and exhaust you, which leads to burnout, right? And we don't want you to experience burnout. That is something that is very detrimental for you. If you have children, it will be detrimental to your children. And the more that you're able to manage this, the better it is for you to be able to respond in a positive way. Hello, Coach Mao. Thank you for joining. Now, conflict can also occur from within a person. So you can have a personal conflict too. I have personal conflict too. If there is a misalignment between your outer game and your inner game, and both of your inner drive, your will, your values is conflicting to what is expected of you in this world or in this environment, then that is where conflicts comes in. Think about the time in which someone is asking you to do A, but deep inside of you, you want to do B. There is conflict in there, it starts a turmoil in you. You can fake it till you make it, but deep inside, when you go to sleep and you start reflecting on what happened that day, you'd start asking yourself, okay, there is a significant disconnect in my life right now, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I know that this is where I'm at right now. Now, my question to myself is, what do I do with this? What do I do with this knowledge? What do I do with these experiences for me to be better? Now, think about your current conflict. I would want for you to, sit down, take a look at your life right now. Where is your conflict coming from? Is it coming from an external conflict? Is it internal to you? It's something that your values, your beliefs, your attitude is no longer in alignment to what you're experiencing in the environment, or the other way around? Or is it a relationship that you have that's currently not in agreement or not in synergy, which is causing conflict? Now, there are four common causes of conflict. Number one is a lack of common understanding. If you and your partner, or you are in a relationship where there is really no intention of understanding what's common and what's not common, I tell you that will really start with conflict. Whatever you do, even if you are speaking in a lightly toned manner, even with your speaking on a hostile manner, it's not going to resolve because there's no common understanding on the language. As I shared a while ago, there is a lack of synergy. Maybe you would think, okay, my husband loves me, my husband cares for me, my husband does this, and so on and so forth. But think about a time in which your husband is super stressed, super pressured, or maybe they have low patience because they're tired, and eventually you said something and you were expecting that your husband understand, but eventually starts a conflict. That is where you have some space to elaborate or at least fix some understanding in there. So that is first. Number two is poor communication skills. Poor communication skills, I'm not talking about specific language. You might say that you need to have a perfect English, perfect, sentence, and so on and so forth. I'm not talking about that. Poor communication skills can be a state in which you have some thoughts in you, some emotions in you, but you cannot seem to push yourself to have that honest conversation with your partner. And what you do is either you fight or you flight. Either you don't do something about it, or you fight with your spouse. And the tendency is that starts with a conflict because you're not able to communicate clearly. You're not able to send the message well. Or sometimes when you think that you send the message well, your partner would go south. You're going north, but they're going south. And it starts with a conflict. So that is number two. Number three is unclear or unfair expectations. There are some expectations that being set in a relationship where you feel that you've agreed, or sometimes you didn't agree, which is causing a lot of conflict and turmoil in your relationship. As I've said, when you talk about conflict, there is also internal conflict in you. You might have agreed towards a rule or a process or a principle as a couple, but within you, you know that you don't agree with that. You know that that's something that you totally it's not me, but because you are in a state in which you want to be able to please your partner, you want to be able to be in a state in which there's peace in the space, but internally in you conflict is prevalent. The number four common cause of conflict is power plays or manipulation. Now this is a worst case scenario where your partner is already manipulating your beliefs, your experiences, manipulating your you know the way that you see the world. Power plays is about power trip. Yeah, maybe you've experienced in the workplace where your boss is power tripping, giving you, telling you all of these different things, and you have this fear that you might lose your job, you might be given an incident report, and what have you. So that's the same goes in marriage. Power plays is where you're being controlled, you're being told to do something that you don't want, but you don't have any choice because you want to be able to please your partner or the relationship. But of course internally you know that there's something in there that's not sitting well with you, and you cannot express that because we have experienced all traumas in our relationship in our past, which is being triggered. And because it's unprocessed, you have traumas that's unprocessed in there, and you're not able to deeply understand the experience. Then that is where conflict arises. So a lot of things that I've shared to you can cause conflict. So take a look at that. And if you're in a state in which you're four of this, one of this, at least you're able to feel, okay, I feel that poor communication skills is something that I need to develop. Messages here at Teacup Couple Republic, we have classes, online classes, and we have one-on-one coaching as well that will help you have a deeper understanding of where you're at right now. Make an assessment so that you are aware of what's going on. Acknowledge what is you, park the things that you cannot acknowledge yet, but deep inside of you, okay, this is something that I'm accountable on. And a coach will help you co-create strategies for you to overcome this conflict, either inner or outer. But the important thing in here is you're investing on yourself in understanding all of these facets. All right, Coach Ian, thank you for joining. Jason, thank you for joining us. Thank you for tagging Jason, Coach Mao. Maraming salamat. All right. So let's begin. Now, what I'm going to share to you is 6 reasons why marriage ends in conflict. And use this as a way for you to raise awareness. Don't use this as a reason for continuing on tolerating or having a further conflict. Don't use that in that way. Use this as a learning experience. Share this with your partner, share this with your spouse, share this with other people in your space as well, so that they learn and implement this, so that they have a deeper understanding. I am helping you raise awareness so you don't go into a space in which eventually you will come into a point in which you are so exhausted already. Don't go into that point. You can start working on that, developing on the things and the knowledge that you need to have so that you are equipped. I want you to be equipped so that you can strengthen your marriage, you can strengthen your relationship, and really have that thriving conversation and a thriving future with your spouse. All right, 6 reasons why marriage and then kind of conflict. All right, the first one is, of course, communication. So the first one is communication. Communication, there are 4 different types of communication. There are rational self. You have a rational self, which is analytical when you communicate. You like to analyze things. I'm this, by the way. When I started in the corporate world, everything is analytical. I need to rationalize things. I need to make sense of things. That is what analytical means. You want things to be logical. You want things to be able to be explained so that you understand what's going on. So that's one type of communication. Second type of communication is safekeeping. Safekeeping is a person who constantly have the preventive action for them to ensure that nothing negative will go on. So that's one. The third type of communication is feeling self, means the person is sensitive. The person likes to teach. They are very supportive. They're very expressive. And the fourth is experimental self, in which the person imagines, speculates, take risks, break rules, and so on and so forth. Now, why am I giving you these 4 different types of communication? The way that you and your partner is communicating, the style of communication is affecting you in having a synergy because it's creating conflict. You might be someone who is feeling sensitive to others, very expressive, very emotional, but your partner is rational self, they're analytical, there will be some conflict in there because you would ask, why is my spouse, why is my husband so not emotionally connected with me when I am already this and that and so on, but my husband is like that? That is because of the type of communication that he has and you have with him. So the more that you're able to have clarity on this and understanding, okay, where am I at right now? Where is my husband? You can start bridging the gap because you have different communication languages and even different types of approach and communication. So that is the first reason why marriage and in conflict, because of the communication style that you have. So that is first. Number two is, I'm going to move to money. Yeah, that is number two. The reason why marriage end in conflict is because of money. Hello, Carlos. Thank you for joining. So that is the second one, money. Ask yourself and make an assessment of your partner. Please don't judge your partner. I'm asking you to make an assessment so that you know that my current belief is my partner is like this, and my current belief is I am like this. If your current conflict revolves around money, ask yourself if you are a spender, you are a saver, you are the too pure to money, yeah, too pure to money, or you are the know nothing. Yeah. You are a spender if you are someone who is YOLO, you want to be it's you only live once, so you're always gonna buy stuff. You don't really care about how much it is, how it's gonna impact you, and so on and so forth. So you are a spender. That means you're YOLO. The saver is someone who is constantly ensuring there a certain money in your bank account. It can be a personal investment, it can be insurance, whatever that is. You save, you ensure that you are protected. Whatever happens, you will be protected. That is a saver. The too pure to money, this is third type of conflict in your marriage, is this person always thinks that money is bad. It's bad. It's not good for you. When you have money, it's a root of all evil. All of these different things. So that's the third. And the fourth is the know nothing, that this person neither spends nor saves. They don't care. They don't care. They don't want to take a look at their bank account. They don't really care about anything else, and so on and so forth. Now, having conflict in money, if both of you don't acknowledge who you are or some part of you in here, because maybe there's a mix in you in here, but there is a prevalent type of conflict or type of behavior that you have, that will lead to another conflict in your money because you don't agree. Maybe you are someone who saves, maybe your partner is the one who spends, or they don't really care, or maybe they keep track of everything, or maybe they're fearful of what will happen in the future. If you don't arrest this, if you don't put it in stone, when I say put it in stone, define it, make an understanding, and make a commitment that hey, this is what will happen, then that will start in conflict. So that's the second one. So the first one I said about communication, and the second about money. And I said, if you want support and if you want to deep dive with this topic, just let me know. Message us here at the Cup Copy Republic, and we will schedule a time with you. Have a deeper understanding with this, co-create with you, and help you out in equipping you on what you need to do. I'm just giving you a run through, and if you want to know more about all of these different things on how conflict is coming in, just follow my page, Life Coach Shaun De Hoya. You can just search that in Facebook, Life Coach Shaun De Hoya. You'll see my image in there. Just follow and subscribe to my channel. I post there every day a 60-second clip that will help you, equip you on what you need to do on certain topics and certain situations, so that you understand, okay, this is what's happening right now, and this is what you need to do. At least going to help you out and equip you out. All right. So that's second. The third is infidelity. If one person, so that's a third conflict, infidelity. If one person betrays the trust of the other, of course, that is already conflict. Now, conflict and infidelity can come into a space in which it is emotional conflict, it is physical conflict, it is cyber, it's micro, in which the partner would have this small little conversations here and there. They feel that it doesn't really affect the overall relationship because they're not really having that emotional investment and physical contact and so on and so forth. But micro infidelity can eventually grow into a emotional or physical infidelity. So please be careful with that. If you are someone, or maybe your partner is currently flirting with, a barter tender, or maybe a cashier, or whoever this person is, make sure that you are arresting this at the onset already, because the more that it progresses, the more that it will end up to, escalate towards an emotional or physical infidelity. And of course, there's also an infidelity in objects. So I just learned recently about it. There's infidelity in objects. So if your partner, or maybe you're someone, make an assessment of yourself. Am I prioritizing objects more than my spouse? Make an assessment of that, and please don't judge yourself. Just make an assessment. Okay, am I focusing so much time with toy figurines, all of these different things and so on? It's already affecting the relationship. Then best way for you to start make an assessment in there. Okay, so that is the third. The fourth is sex drive differences. There are spontaneous desires and responsive desires. And 70% of men have this in spontaneous desires, and 20% of women. So imagine that. There is a desire to have that sex drive. And this starts with conflict. And I talk about this because not a lot of people talks about this issue that's happening, especially for those individuals who currently have a high spontaneous sex drive and those ones that are responding. Imagine if there's conflict between your sex drive in there, that's gonna trigger a lot of conflict, especially if both of you are not comfortable having that kind of conversation. And it's common for our culture where we don't talk about that, but that needs to be put in a table, needs to have a conversation on what's going on, so that and both of you can agree on how to respond to this. Because at the end of the day, you are a married couple, diba? You will go into that state in which you will have those pleasure senses. The more that you're able to define it, the better it is for you to not go into the state. So, something that you need to be mindful of. The fifth is parenting differences. That also starts with conflict, and the reason why marriage ends in conflict. Take a look at, if you are someone who's authoritarian, you are permissive, you are authoritative, you are uninvolved. These are the different kinds of parenting styles. And if there's a conflict in there and both of you don't talk about it, that will start. Parenting styles, if the best way of parenting, of course, I'm biased, coaching is the best way, but based on research, authoritative is the best way for you to have really that thriving conversations about parenting is concerned, because authoritative is a relationship, is about building mutual trust and respect, which, by the way, our kids and every one of us need. Both perspectives are honored, communication flow both ways. So that is authoritative, but I encourage you to add coaching in there. And if you want to know more about how you can utilize coaching in your relationship to resolve conflicts, messages here at Teacup Coffee Republic. We offer Life Coach Certification Program. It's a co-actively co-create Life Coach Certification Program. I got certified back in 2018, and this has changed the way that I have been approaching and I've been seeing my children. It's a super, I call it a superpower. It's a superpower that will equip you to empower your child. You're not telling them what to do. You're asking them what they want to do. And it stretches the heart, I tell you. It's super wonderful. It's going to give a smile in your face every time you see your child growing, doing the things that they love, and really loving the things that you do. I tell you, it's super powerful. So if you're having questions in there, I've done everything already. Try coaching. Will change your life. So that's number 5. And lastly, the 6th reason why marriage and the conflict is, and I think this is something that every one of us needs to sit down and reflect on, is falling out of love. Well, it's not actually falling out of love. The reason why there's conflict in your relationship is because you were never in love in the first place. When you started the relationship, because of andyan eh, or this happened already. You conform to what the world requires of you to do, and eventually you said yes to that. You said to that decision, which you felt that time was the right thing to do. Only as you grow along, you realize that you made the wrong decision, which is totally fine. It's wrong. But that is where a lot of couples also who've gone through separation is because at the end, at the first instance, when they decided to get married, the decision or the reason was not right. It was not a right decision. When I say a right decision, they didn't marry because they love each other. They want to create a family. They want to be able to develop themselves, grow themselves in the process, and build a family that's much better than who they are right now. That is what an intentional marriage is. If you got married because, hey, yeah, we have a kid already, or maybe my parents force us to get married, or maybe it's a situation you were running away from an experience, you were running away from commitment and what have you, then that will eventually hunt you back. So these are the 6 reasons why marriage end in conflict. There is no one size fits all. The important thing is for you to understand which areas you are currently experiencing conflict. The more that you're able to raise awareness, as I've said, and keep repeating, raising awareness, because this is where a lot of couples are struggling. They are not having this meaningful conversation, really sitting down and identifying, okay, where is the area currently that's causing too much pain, that's causing too much tension, that's causing too much stress or pressure in your relationship, that even merely opening that conversation up starts in chaos. If you are experiencing that, and maybe you've experienced that before, and you are working on your next level relationship, the best way for you is to make an inventory or make an assessment of the kind of things that you have happened in the past and the kind of conflicts that you want, and identify how you responded. Because as you define this, as you clarify this for yourself first before your partner, it makes it a seamless transition for you. And seamless transition means that you are equipping yourself, you are preparing yourself for that next level relationship. The best way for you to have a thriving relationship is to avoid at all costs what behaviors or mindset that you have from the past, because that will haunt you still in the future if you don't acknowledge it and you don't do something about it. And this is the reason why I'm teaching you. I said what I'm teaching you right now is based on an experience, based on my learning. So please put in the time. If you have a time today, it's Sunday, replay this video, rewatch this video, check out, okay, where do I want to focus on? Just focus on one area, maybe money, maybe, can be your parenting. That's where you have some differences. Maybe in communication. Just focus on one and make an assessment. Just replay the video. And if you want details of this, just let me know. Have a conversation with me. We can schedule a session with you, focus on one area and see how can I support you. And if you need a coaching program, we'll have a conversation with there. Let me help you out. You don't have to constantly live in agony. You don't have to constantly live in shame. You don't have to constantly live in fear. You can let go of all of these things. You start living the life that you are deserving of. And if you're looking for a space, please visit us at the CACC Republic. Have a conversation with Coach Rezzhel. You're going to have a wonderful conversation with her. Have a deeper understanding of life coaching is and how it can help you create that next level relationship that you want. And I've said, if you're ready to bring that, to lead that relationship, message me at my page, Life Coach Shaun Joya. All right? Thank you for joining me and supporting the advancement of mental fitness every single day at the CACC Republic. Of course, with the exception on a Friday, we're closed on a Friday. We do a community event which we help individuals in different areas of their life. Every Sunday, that's going to be later. I'm going to talk about it's Comfy Sundays, Sundays for Life. And one of the things that I will help you and equip you is help you out from ordinary to extraordinary. I'm going to help you harness creativity and relationship building. I realized that creativity is what's lacking in a relationship, and the reason why a lot of people are navigating through it with 1 and 0. If you want to have a opportunity for you to explore horizon and really figure out how you can give the spark back in the relationship, creativity holds the key. So later, that's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Every Monday, Walk Along with Coach Tin talks about really yourself, understanding how you can strengthen your relationship. And I believe that the core of any conflict starts with you. So you first, as you develop yourself and really understand, okay, where am I at right now? What are the things that's currently impacting or conflicting in me? And you're able to verbalize that in words and also in wisdom. It makes the relationship far, far better. So that's Nurturing Monday, Walk Along with Coach Tin. Brew Tuesday is all about habits with Master Coach Jasmine. Best way for you to change a habit is to instill new habits. Don't break old habits. It will not work. That's based on science. Instill new habits that will change you. Purpose Wednesday, Away in a Day with Coach Rezzhel, talks about purpose, as I've shared a while ago. If you are lost and you're confused right now and you're not sure where you're going to head into, have a conversation with her every Wednesday. And Strengthening Thursday, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A. I've been attending this for 5 years now, since 2018, and it's really changed the way that I see myself and I see the world. It allowed me to heal, and it allowed me to connect with my emotional genius. I call it a genius because it's something that you can develop, something that you have innate in you, and you can just trigger that. And I tell you, it's going to change your life. And every Saturday is an open mic with Coach Orville. It's called Fab Saturday. Last night, we've celebrated Coach Orville's birthday. Happy birthday, Coach Orville. It's a wonderful feeling. There's a lot of people in there. A lot of people sang. A lot of people shared their thoughts and really shared some laughs. And if you want to be in a community in which you are celebrated but never tolerated, head over at TCAP Copy Republic. Now, if you are someone who is interested to become a professional certified service provider like me as a life coach and a mental health coach, connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661 to know more about the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD. So it's CPD accredited course, and you're going to get 40 CPD units. So if you are someone who needs to complete your CPD requirements for your professional development, 40 CPD points. Yeah, 40. 40 CPD points. It's really going to help you out. Just have a conversation with Coach Rezzhel. We are also accepting application for mental health and certification and internship program. And I'm super excited with this. I'm going to be your classmate. So if you want to join here, please, let us be classmates to have a conversation. Just make sure that you reserve your seat with Coach Rezzhel. Join us back tomorrow, same time and same digital space. Episode number 565 with Coach Tin. Can we really live a comparison-free life? Have a conversation with her tomorrow. And I would like to invite you to take advantage of our journal. We have recently released this year, or last December 31st, the Sharon Notes. And it's a set of journal prompts filled with personal stories, fun activities, colorful images, inspiring questions to reflect, to encourage you to explore your hopes, challenges, and dreams. It's a creatively written by a handful of people, and they put in their heart in there to share with you, to inspire you stories that will really enlighten your heart and your mind. This month, the monthly theme is New Year, New Victories. There's different themes every month, and I tell you, it's going to be a powerful journey. You can access this online. It's via Amazon, and if you want to know more about how you can utilize that, we'll share the link with you so you can purchase it online. All right. Maraming salamat. This is Life Coach Shaun, mentally fit to serve in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. We'll see you again soon. Have a blessed Sunday. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.